Good morning, it's Melissa, Mother Lover for Life, 100%, coming to you from underneath the pine trees today here at the library. I'm going to go ahead and do the sacred card path cards again. Haven't done it for a couple days because after the big old 40-mile wide tornado, 120-mile-an-hour wind adventure, our campsite got destroyed, and I've been trying to dry my cards and my book and all my other crap out. So anyway, that kind of put a little hiatus on our camping adventure. So on to the next adventure, and I'm not sure what that's going to be, and I'm just going to have to leave that to Great Spirit and Great Mystery, and just keep moving on. So I'm going to do the cornstalk spread today. Corn has been the staple of our people for hundreds of years, and we believe that corn pollen is sacred and that we are fed by the fertile earth whose gift is our corn. A wise man once said, if a philosophy did not grow corn, it had no value. Corn is the symbol of goodness, abundance, fertility to all our people, and these are the things that feed us daily. We may feed the body, the mind, and the heart, and the spirit if we seek beauty in our daily lives. For it is beauty of living in balance that grows corn. The cornstalk spread is a way to receive the life manna that comes from a sacred corn pollen. It's a gentle daily reminder of the beauty that can be experienced if you're open to it. So I'm out here trying to be open to the beauty that's in my life. I'm singing praises to, Great Mystery and Great Spirit and Jesus Christ. At the bus stop, there's a whole lot of craziness going on at the bus station, and wowee, baby, makes me glad I don't smoke crack anymore. You know what I mean? So I was able to laugh about that, and now I'm out here trying to transmute some crazy bajiggity energy, because I pick up on that anxiety. I don't know if all of you can relate, but it's a little exhausting. So I'm glad that I am in these shoes today instead of those shoes, and that just makes me all the more grateful for the gifts that I have and the beauty that I have in my life, and that I'm able to see, experience, and enjoy due to where I'm at in my life today. So in order to continue focusing on a positive, sacred path, I'm going to do these cards one more time, because this is what I do every morning, or nearly every morning. The last couple days I haven't, to be honest with you, but it helps when I do, because I was getting a little, getting the case of the brain shits again. I'm sure you can all relate with all the funny stuff going on in the world these days, and everybody masking it up. Whew. Makes you wonder what the hell's going on in this world. But as long as I keep Melissa's world okay and live from the inside out, I know it's all going to be all right. Don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight or any of that jazz, but I just leave that to Great Mystery and Great Spirit, and know that if I continue to walk on this sacred path, that everything's going to be okay. I've always been caught by Spirit before, so why would it make me think that I wouldn't be caught this time and everything won't be okay? I always say it's kind of like jumping out of an airplane with no parachute and say, hey, catch me, Great Mystery and Great Spirit. That's faith. Scary as hell, but it's faith. If it was easy, everybody'd do it. So I'm out here in nature, trying to seek the beauty in nature to continue growing the beauty inside of me. I hope all of you are outside and enjoying this beautiful weather we're having this weekend. I know that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep smiling, singing, laughing, praying, burning sage, and loving myself. So let's see. Take a few deep breaths. I ask Great Mystery, Great Spirit, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary Magdalene, to help me be a channel of pure light, love, grace, peace, and joy and abundance in my life today, and help me channel pure spirit and my experience, strength, and hope that will help guide me through this sacred path. I pray. Amen. There goes the airplane. It's a plane, boss. It's the plane boss. your brain do that shit? That's where mine goes. Okay. Thank you for all my blessings. Let's see what great mystery and great spirit have to share with us for focusing on positivity today, to see what our corn silk is catching the sacred corn pollen, and how to continue growing beautiful abundance, beauty, and happiness in my life. It's not always easy to walk the sacred path, but I'm going to keep on doing it. It's when I feel my best. Okie dokie. So 1, 2, oopsies, 3, 4. So my cards are still kind of wet, so they're kind of weird to shuffle, but at least they didn't blow away. All right, so the first card is the root card, and it denotes the beauty that can be experienced today by connecting to the Earth Mother. This card may speak about the root of the problem if you're in turmoil about some life situation. The root card can also allow you to see the resources available through connecting to Earth Mother. So, 5. Standing people, roots and giving. Aho, sacred tree of life, the root of every tree. Thank you for giving the gifts you give to me. Aho, standing people, from you I will learn to keep my roots well planted, yet reach for grandfather sun. Aho, willow tree of love, teach me to bend till I come full circle, and each relation as my friend. So, the standing people see the needs of all of Earth's children and apply themselves to being providers. Each tree and plant has its own gifts, talents, and abilities to share. For instance, some trees bear fruit and some provide healing on the emotional and or physical level. The white pine is the tree of peace and can bring serenity into the life of a person sitting in its shade. So, I think that's why I always sit under pine trees. I love the smell of them, and it always makes me feel good. Sometimes I hug them and get all sticky, and, I'm weird like that. And I'm okay with that today. Great Mystery still loves me. And pine needles make great for burning when you're wanting to start a campfire. Good kindling. So, let's see what the application. The standing people teach us how to run our roots deep into the earth to receive spiritual nurturing as well as the reconnective energy that keeps our bodies healthy. Without these roots, we lose connection and we can no longer walk in balance. In my tradition, we are taught that humankind is the bridge between earth and the sky nation, and like the standing people, we are of both worlds. To accomplish this balance, we must first live in harmony with all our relations, be rooted into this world through our Earth Mother, and allow our spirits to fly through the other worlds and be at one with those realities as well. Without being rooted into this world, we cannot fully understand the purpose of our visions, dreams, potentials, or the dreamtime reality. So, the Standing People card speaks of roots and giving. We must nurture ourselves through connecting to the earth in order to give freely without exhaustion. Ain't that the truth? The root of the self is where strength is gathered. The root should be firmly earthed in the soil of our Earth Mother planet. Without this connection, dreams cannot manifest and our giving cannot be compensated by the Earth Mother. If you're spaced out, stop and reconnect. Be still and become the trees in order to observe what is growing in your forest. The root of every answer for physical life is found in the earth. Look to your family tree for strength offered by your ancestors. Lift your branches high, seeking the light of Grandfather Sun, and you will see how your roots make you of the earth and yet a bridge to the sky world. So the Standing People are asking you to give of yourself. Ask yourself if you are willing to give and receive. Yes, I am. Count the root of every blessing with gratitude. I do. Find any blockage that limits your root system or ability to go deeper, then remove that feeling and go deeper once again for the answers that you seek. Remember that we are also the root of the future. Through our lives, future generations are nurtured. Weed out anything that will inhibit future growth and stand proud among your tree relations. And I do. And I tried to root out my shitty attitude that I wanted to have this morning because I don't have anywhere to sleep tonight yet. But I know that if I have faith and continue to walk tall and stand tall like a big tree and root my little toes down into Mother Earth and, envision them as, claws digging into the core of the earth and wrapping it around like a rope and then holding my arms out like branches and like my fingers are the leaves, and I hug the trees sometimes and it makes me feel better, but whatever works for you. So that's a good reminder to be a tree and stand tall and weed out things that inhibit future growth. Well, sometimes my shitty attitude inhibits future growth. And even though I am struggling with having a shelter and roof over my head right now, having a crappy attitude sure isn't going to help. So we're going to weed that out. And I'm connecting to the resources available by connecting to Mother Earth and trying to stay grounded and rooted into Mother Earth. And I'm grateful for that. Ooh, there comes the wind from the west. I'm looking in my heart. And I'm grateful for that. And I am giving. I'm giving of my love and my experience and sharing this, part of this journey with you. I'm grateful for that. So that's part of, me trying to be a standing person, a tree, and, using my ability to give the knowledge that I've attained through walking the Great Red Road and the knowledge that I've attained through walking the crooked path as well. And I'm trying to be a bridge between the two. And so I share, my joy and pain with you and how I'm getting through it. So I allow myself to receive the gifts that Great Mystery has for me because I know I've worked for them and I deserve those gifts. Those are my blessings. So number 2 is the second card, which is the Stalk card, and expresses the attitude needed to walk in beauty and balance. The Stalk card can also denote the lesson you need to learn, so you may be a bridge between the path of understanding and the crooked trail. So that's what I just got done saying, basically. The human bridge is the peacemaker, true witness, or healer, and I feel that I am that. You may be called upon to take one of these roles at any time, and I know that. Great Mystery has told me. And Great Spirit, the courage, talent, and ability needed to be a human bridge is supported by the Stalk card, so look at that. Victory! Yay! So, 20. I am supported by the victory. So, to know that I have honored my words with my deeds, sweet victory is shared by all. In filling others' needs, humankind rejoices, the prize of counting coop. Harmony and balance, a peaceful world anew. So the act of counting coop signifies a victory over an enemy or accepted challenge. Anger and hatred begin to grow on all sides. So tribes against tribes, Indians against white. So then it just becomes soiled, and the honor normally between warriors and soldiers had been cast aside. In the original meaning, counting coop had been an act of victory. A warrior, in marking a victory, there were certain things a brave was then allowed to do that would tell others of his counting coop. So at the coop feast, the leader of the war party or raiding band would give those who had witnessed the individual victories over their friends the honor of telling their events. A warrior was honored by his friends and was not allowed to tell the story himself. This practice added another dimension to the celebration, since a friend's pride in another brother's accomplishments came into play. The warrior cry has been shouted, and a victory is assured if you have received the counting coop card today. You are being put on notice that a personal victory is in the works. You may have overcome a long time challenge or conquered an opponent. So now it is time to share your victory with others. So that's what I'm doing, sharing my victory with you. Whether the victory is one of spiritual nature or winning a lottery ticket, it makes no difference. You are to honor yourself at this time and be grateful for your blessings. And I do honor myself, and I am grateful for my blessings. Counting Coup represents the success of forward movement and the acknowledgement of right action. You have been true to yourself and are being rewarded for staying on the sacred path. Congratulations! Victory is sweet, but sweeter still when the spoils are shared by those you care for. Share the joy of your coup with those who want to see you winning. Remember, warriors who had counted coup always took care of the widow, aged, and feeble. The material victories shared bring further honor, providing another coup feather for those willing to give away. And I am willing to give away. And I am willing to take care of those that need help being taken care of, because I've needed help taking care of myself when I couldn't take care of me. And I will always remember the people that helped me take care of myself when I couldn't remember how, and was so depressed that I couldn't even get up anymore. You know, that's when you find out who your real friends are. So, number 3. The third card is the Kernel card, which tells you what the fruits of your labors will provide for you. The lesson of this card should be fully digested so that the ear of corn can give you energy to the body, mind, and the spirit and support your present path. Kernels of corn represent the seeds of the future to Native people. These kernels These kernels also provide food for the present. Through learning present lessons, the future will be assured. So, the Sundance. Self-sacrifice. Yep. Number 6. Learning through present lessons, the future will be assured. Self-sacrifice. I have sacrificed myself a lot in order to help others. And sometimes I've had to remember I need to be a little more selfish and not give away too much energy. You know, you can't really help anybody if you can't help yourself, and, you know, you don't fill your own cup. You don't really have much left to give. Within the sacred arbor, the warriors dance the sun, tied to the tree of life until the dancing is done. They feel the pain of woman, so the people may live, seeking medicine visions, as of their pain they give. The traditional Sundance is the sacred ceremony or ritual that allows warriors the right to give of their pain, of their blood, of their prayers, and of themselves, sacrificing for the good of all people. The Sundance card asks us to look at what needs to be sacrificed so that the sacredness of our lives may be restored. It could be that the doubt or fear are trailing our dreams and need to be sacrificed so that our dreams may live. You know, after failing so miserably in my life, I think I was afraid to succeed. And I know that sounds dumb, but, you know, once you think you have all these things that you thought you were working towards and then you lose it all, I think maybe you're just afraid to get back up after that. That's from what I experienced, because you're so scared to lose everything again. And, you know, I always tell myself, nothing is mine and love is the finest thing around. So everything's just kind of on loan from Great Mystery and Great Spirit, and I just get to borrow it. And if I don't appreciate it, then it goes away. People take it, or I give it away, you know, or I lose it, or I run away from it because I'm scared to be loved. And that's my truth. So I give away those fears of my unworthiness, that I don't deserve love. I give away the fears that I have of being successful in my life and achieving my goals. I get rid of those fears, and I release the negative self-talk and doubt that I've had for, damn near 42 years. So, on the other hand, if some bad habit has limited your capability, that habit needs to be conquered. Recklessness, overindulgence can thwart the abundant life that we seek if we do not rid those parts of self that represent our shadow. So I think deep down, secretly, I harbored a hatred towards myself, because unfortunately, self-love was not taught in my family. The women in my family have pretty much self-sacrificed to the point of becoming growly, grumpy, and, unhappy. And as nice as that is to be very giving, sometimes you have to pull back. And I had to learn that the hard way by giving too much and knowing how to balance that within myself, in between balancing being selfish and giving too much. And so that's a hard lesson to learn for me. And I'm still learning every day. Your shadow is always ready to be sacrificed. If you had learned from dancing with the darkness of ignorance, you will learn that it is no longer sacred in your life. And I know that. I like it much better when my light shines and then the sacrifice becomes my truth. And so I do sacrifice myself in truth and do tell the truth about my story. And I don't have to be ashamed of who I am or where I come from or, the mistakes that I made in my life. So then it makes my self-sacrifice, I can't talk, my self-sacrifice worth it, because then I can take my pain and alchemize that and turn it into something good to give others, and it turns into wisdom and a knowing, and a victory over the things that I couldn't get out of bed over. So I'm grateful for that today. So remember, self-sacrifice is not denying your own needs, but rather the self's decision to willingly sacrifice limitation through action. So I take action today. I don't limit myself, because I am more than willing to receive the beauty that is in my life today, and I've opened my eyes and my heart to that. And I'm grateful for that ability to do that today. Can't see much when you're just laying in bed, being miserable. So depressed you can't get out. I don't want to go back. I have a fear of that. It's a scary place to be in. The fourth card is the Corn Mana card, which denotes how your corn silk is catching the sacred corn pollen and bringing abundance to your life. If you're feeling the fear of scarcity, the Corn Mana card will represent the lesson that you need to learn to realign with the field of plenty. If your life and personal philosophy are growing corn, this card shows how to continue growing corn. So, stone people. Records and knowing revealed. So, I'm kind of a rock hound. I am drawn to certain stones and the energy that they have. I've even went so far as to bathing with certain stones and attuning myself in water, using the vibration of my voice in the water. I don't know if you can envision that, but basically I tuck my chin on like that and, kind of hum, or, I don't know how to describe it, but I put my ears in, and the water vibration, it helps realign my energy. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I don't know if I'm the only weirdo out there that does that, but, I just do things that my heart and, I'm just being told to do those things. So as weird as it might be, it's helped me at times. The sound vibration in the water is amplified. Record holders of the earth, will you please explain the history that gave us birth, the truth you do contain? Like your cousins of the seas, the shells that let us hear, sacred whispers are the key to the history we hold dear. Stone people, we will hear you. Teach us the ancient ways, so we may build a future based on prayer and praise. The stone people are the record holders for the Earth Mother. These great teachers can give the seeker much knowledge regarding the history of our planet and her children. The stone's mission of service is holding energy. So many stones have been used throughout the centuries for healing purposes. So that's what I was doing. I was using them for healing purposes and attuning them to my energy so that I can use them and that they are, you know, mine. So many healers or healing uses are being discovered for various members of the Stone clan. Native Americans have always used crystal quartz, clear crystal quartz, for focus and clarity. So I always carry rocks in my pocket. Some people think I'm a weirdo, and other people will do it too. So I don't really care what people think anymore. I guess that's the beauty of living and just accepting who you are. Nothing is ever put in our paths without reason. When we are attracted to a certain rock and we pick up that stone person, when we pick that stone person up, it is for a lesson for us. The language of the stones is a personal discovery with many messages for each individual. Since we are unique in our tastes, different stone people will attract us. Each stone person can be a protecting and guiding force in life. The stone people mark a time in which knowing will be revealed to you. Your personal records are held by these libraries of rock. Childhood memories may return and allow you to pierce together a part of your personal puzzle. Memories of past lives or deja vu could bring new awareness, and I have experienced that. Whenever the case, you are now in a position to know where you came from and where you are going, and I do know. The stone person can assist you in focusing your intent, dispelling confusion, changing habits, retrieving records from long ago, or getting grounded. So sometimes I carry hematite in my pocket, and I put it in my dominant hand, and it helps me stay grounded because hematite is a very grounding stone, and my hematite is shaped in the shape of a diamond. So I allow these teachers to become my allies and discover a new world. Listen to the whispers of the mineral kingdom and your heart will know, and it does. In all cases, the Stone People card has asked you to open your mind because new understanding is coming your way. This knowledge is based on Earth records and may change the way in which you view life. These ancient friends are the oldest children of Earth and only ask us to stop and listen. So I do stop and listen, and certain stones or rocks or minerals do call me, and I do pick them up. And just kind of like when I was with my son, or when we would go fishing together, or when I would experience something beautiful in my life with another person, I would pick up a stone off of the ground, to remember that experience, and it held that energy from that experience, that joy and happiness that I shared with that person, and I would carry it with me. And it's kind of like a rock picture. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, that's my weirdo version of how to make sense of it for me. And so records and knowing revealed. I have used stones to help others heal. I had to experiment with it to know that it really works. I wear this stone as a protection around my neck. One of my friends named Eric gave this to me, and I made a necklace out of it. And so I'm grateful for this stone. It is a good stone for me. Because I'm kind of healing from a broken heart, and all of our hearts get broken sometimes, and sometimes it's just hard to remember to just pick up and keep going on, and not, instead of rolling in it, roll with it, and keep your eye on something positive in your life. I'm speaking to my son again, and my mother and my father, and my sister might be angry with me right now, but that's just how it goes. So I hope that and pray that Great Mystery, Great Spirit help her and all my brothers and sisters that are still hurting out there, just like I am at times. And I hope that all of you find something positive to focus on today and connect to the Earth Mother. And I hope that you can use this message and it can touch your heart in a positive way, because that's what my intentions are, to share my message with all of you, and I hope that it helps you walk with your head up in beauty, joy, peace, and abundance. And I hope all of you have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you. Peace. Mother Lover out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day.